Yeah, Skull's running away from a dolphin, confirmed.
Well, damn, at least I sat there and took the rebuy.
Skull, why do you fucking suck at this?
Hi, it's Zubble1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version. I play on Xbox and all my content is from the Xbox version of the game. So hence it will be the Legacy version of the game for the foreseeable future. Because after ever not doing any console development at all. So the game is in a static state. The game is in the state it is now and will remain in the state it is now. Sadly there's no budging on the bringing us CGs, which is a bit pathetic. If they brought us just random CGs or reran old CGs, like, the game would be really perfect for me. It's as simple as that. Yeah, that was all it would take. I'm easily pleased. But we were just saying last night, so I'm making this video on the 1st of February 2021 in the early hours of the morning, and last night me and the guys ran into a combat logger. We had him in party chat for a brief period. He said some crazy wild things, but one of the things he said, and the last logger and the logger before that 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 all said, was it didn't matter because it's a dead game. Nobody plays, it's a dead game, doesn't matter. Now here I am, me and Skull and Meta having a little fight. We were in a full wing. So that means there's 4 of us, and we're dicking around just in Seoul, I think, or wherever we were, and we just started fighting each other. Skull's crate's going to absolutely murderize the dolphin and the cobra. There's no doubt about it, but it was a fun fight. As to it being a dead game, it is interesting how many people say this. In fact, the fact it's a large number of people that keep saying it to me, and this large number of people who are playing and engaging with the game and still cheating in the game, is absolutely hilarious. One person said they put a figure on it of 26 people playing the game, which, you know, I don't know where they're getting their numbers from, but I encountered more than that in a week, so definitely not. It is a quieter game than it used to be, there is no doubt about that. That is very true. There are a few people doing wonderful work to keep the game alive and keep the game going, such as the Provost over in the Hands Discord, arranging PvP tournaments, keeping the PvP community alive. There are people that are on regularly, there are the people that are on not as much as they used to be, but there are still a decent number of players playing this game. I do run into new players on a regular basis. It is an irony that the people telling me that it's a dead game are cheats that I've never met before. So they're new to the game, but they're like still willing to cheat in the game and then saying it's a dead game, but it's a dead game they're playing. Maybe they were playing it because they thought it was a dead game and thought they weren't going to get attacked anymore, I don't know. But anyway, I mean, there is a decent amount of people, for me, playing this game. My findings have been I run into a decent amount of people week on week. Not as much as I used to, obviously. If I fly into Shinny, there's a good chance I won't see anyone, which never used to be the case. But I really want to know what you find when you play, if you still play. Do you think the game is completely dead and nobody plays, or do you, when you play, find a few people on here or there? You know, let me know in the comments down below your findings, because, you know, I do play more than a lot of people do. I tend to be in wings and groups when I do play, and I've got a lot of people on my friends list, so if people see me on, they tend to flock to where I'm at. So there's a fair proportion of the community that like just sort of have a look at what we're getting up to. So quite often the Dark Marauders being somewhere or doing something can just attract a large number of players to that area, which is interesting. But you know, I mean, the game's nowhere near its height of what 2-3 years ago now, but I would honestly say it's far from being a Dead Space game for me, but I'm really interested to find out your findings. As this fight, as you can see, we're not making much of an impact on that crate. That crate Phantom is very strong. It's his PvE build. It was based on Owl's PvE build, I believe, and it's a very strong ship. A lot of weapons, a lot of good weapons for PvE combat. It's great for undermining. It's got a good jump range. It's a good do anything ship for PvE. And if you change the weaponry on it, you can certainly just switch it into PvP very quickly. Though, to be honest, the weaponry on it can be an absolute nightmare to deal with in PvP anyway. As to me, I'm in the infamous Cobra Mark IV pirate ship, which is a fun pirate ship, but yeah, I'm not going to hit my missiles consistently on a crate, but when I do hit that, it's really satisfying. I love the 3 small missile racks on this ship. Are just so well placed in terms of hardpoint placement that it's just tempting to have fun with fixed missiles. They're one of those weapons that is just silly enough and fun enough, and if you use the advanced missile racks, you get tons of ammo. The downside is, I mean, they're fixed missiles, so they only have a 650 meter per second shot speed, so they aren't the best thing to be using. But you know, the Cobra Mark IV is not exactly a serious ship. It's a ship built for fun and shenanigans. So it's nice to have fun and shenanigans in it. Yeah, the result of this fight was kind of a foregone conclusion, we were pretty sure, but you know, we stuck it out in there. In fact, tonight we kind of nearly reran this fight and I escaped on 0%. So yeah, it's odd how we reran this fight again. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you think it's a Dead Space game. One of my favourite phrases is like, I'm just going off with the guys to play the Dead Space game, and I'm in a party of 8 to 10 people all playing a Dead Space game. You know, it makes me smile, it makes me chuckle. You know, any game you're playing is not by definition that dead because you're playing it. And I love titles that just hang on in there with a small but dedicated audience. You know, but anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. The only downside of this was that me and Meta ended up waking up at attention, but at least I had company. It was by the time just before I left, I spotted Meta spawning in behind me. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah, technically, he sent all 3 of us to jail.